Hello everyone, this is Moksha and thanks for watching Excel Stasy. And I'm wishing a happy and prosperous new year. This is 31st evening today in India. So I hope you will follow me in the coming new year and keep subscribing me and watching my videos. Keep watching my videos. Till now in my videos I've shown you the basics of macro recording, types of macros, and how to assign a macro to a button or a shape. So let's move ahead and start bit more of visual VBA, Visual Basics for applications. So recorded macros are basically not flexible. If you want to make a small template or automate your repeated work, you can use a recorded macro. It is best way and easiest way to automate your work. But if you want to do some more work and more tricks in Excel and quickly do your work and quickly make report out of huge data, you must know the VBA language. So let's have a look at the VBA code. So basically, once we record a macro, it also produces a VBA code and it goes behind somewhere in the Excel. So let's find out that place where is a recorded programmed code, so where it goes. To find out our recorded macros code, either we can go to developer, click to macros in code group, click to macros, or here you see in this window the macros that we recorded in last videos. So to find out the code of these macros, recorded macros, either we click in this window you see here, edit button here, either you click it. Once you click it, the separate window opens and you can see the same macro here, your name sub my macro and the code hard VBA code. This is basically the VBA code. And the window that is pops out, a separate window is open. This somewhere works behind the Excel. So you can see both to toggle both things here. You can find out the Excel here and the background, the VBA codes, the VBA document basically. This is a VBA document where the VBA code is stored. So this window is basically called the VBE. So it's called VB Visual Basics Editor. It's same as it's called Visual Basic Editor because it is a document or a place where VB Visual Basic Code for application is written. So here programmer use this window or this document to write hardcore VBA code. So let's have a look at this VBA window today because this is the first step where this is the first step to learn. We should know how to write a macro and where to write. So this let's have introduction to this place. You can see here a separate panes here, spaces here, places here. This basically this window, a large window on the right side of this window is called the code module. So place where code is written. And every module you can see in the left window there is a project explorer and a module explorer too. In the bottom of here is a property window. You can either go to insert and view and click on the property window. It will appear. If you don't see the property window here, you can go to the views and click property F4. So each sheet, this is the sheet of Excel because you can see 1 2 3 sheet number 1 2 3 1 2 3, and this is a same sheet that can be seen here in project explorer. Modules, what is a module basically? Module is basically the macros. The related macro can be stored at one place. You can see it's called a component made up of small pieces or small components. So it's a bigger part and made of small parts. Small parts is our procedures or macros which are stored in a module. A related macros, a related procedure which does a kind of related work in Excel can be written or stored in one module. There can be multiple module. These normally we will be working or we will work on code module. These are the code module. The general module are called simple module, but there are different kind of modules also. If we click here, right click here, we can see here the insert option. Here you can find out the module. This module which is in the center is the norm a code module or the common module that we use, or different other modules also. Class modules basically to create Excel's new object or work, modify the existing Excel objects. So we'll not be touching upon the class module because this is only this can only be touched when we are at advanced level of Excel, or we been working for a very long time and we reach that advanced level that we can modify the Excel's itself. So that we are not going to use here. So class module we are not using here. We generally work on class modules. User form is also like a kind of module or a interface design module where we design an interface or like application like interface in Excel like buttons or text bars and submit buttons, scroll bars, combo box, these kind of things that we will also be covering in further in my videos. So these so let's start with some basics things. So we are covering only basics things in my video. So also you can see here different tabs here in this editor, visual basic editor, file editor to save this macro, or export import option is also there. A code can be exported in a different file and imported from a different file to the our new project. And edit is these are options, indentations, center. These are the intent, place, searching options here. View, object explorer, immediate window, project explorer. The same thing here. The same thing here. Insert the modules we have in kind of the all modules that we are inserting here. Formatting, alignment of the code, find the compilation of the code. These all will be covered when we start macro writing a macro. We step by step we start writing the macro. We'll be covering all these steps things. This will automatically covered once we learn the coding. So this is the introduction to the visual basics. So once even a recorded macro itself produce a sub procedure which is like we named our recorded macro my macro one. So it start with a sub heading. So this sub is basically is because of this sub heading. Because of this sub heading, our macro is called a sub procedure. So it start with the sub it start with the sub heading and it's end with the end sub. So this is the start of the sub procedure, sub with the macro name, parentheses open and close, and ends with the end process, sub end sub. So this is the basics. This is the basic visual basic editor, and this is the code that is is come in the form of code in visual basic editor. So every time we go to macro, a new module is created, or and a sub procedure automatically goes into the module. So this was introduction to Visual Basic Editor. In my next videos, I would be covering the more basics of Visual Basic for application VBA, macro, basically macros. So I will start with the basic program and how do we create a declare a variant or variable. How do we declare a variable in Visual Basics and type of variables in Visual Basics. So these are the basics of every language. If, let me tell you one thing more. If you know any kind of language, it's easier for us to understand Visual Basics. So because language, a programming language is each programming language has its kind of relevant or related basics. So how to declare a variable, looping, etc. If else, and because VBA is a object oriented language, so here we work on the Excel's object itself. We as I told you, we will not be working on class module unless until we are at a high level. So thanks for watching. This was Moksha. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.